Good morning, class. Today we'll take another topic of the chapter, that is President. And President is the main important power in a democracy, and we know that he is the head of the state. So now with the comic you can see here, like did you protest when the book referred the prime minister as he, and we have not had a women prime minister? Why should we assume that all the important appoints are held by men? And another we can see, have we ever a woman president in our country? And after that we are addressing to that one, that is she. So the answer itself we find in the book, that in our political system the head of the state exercised by only the nominal power, that is president. And it is this president is like a queen of Britain, whose functions are large extent ceremonial. In the ceremonies like taking the oath of the prime minister, he is only guiding or showing the path of the swearing of administering means, like here you can see that the president of India, that is Sri Ramnath Kovind, that administrating the oath of the office of the prime minister Sri Narendra Modi at the swearing in ceremony at Rashtrapati Bhavan on 13 May 19. So, President supervises overall the function of all political institutions in the country, so that they operate in harmony to achieve the objective of the state. So, when we talk about the president is not elected directly. We know that is not directly is elected by the MPs or MLAs, and the candidate standing in the president post has get majority of votes to win the election. This ensures that president can be seen to the represent entire nation. The same president can never claim any kind of direct popular mandate that prime minister can. You've seen when prime minister, for the election of prime minister, they generally make some agenda and prove their capability in front of the people that cannot. This ensures that he or she remains only the nominal executive. Same is true in the powers of president. If you casually read the constitution, you would think that there is nothing that she cannot do. Means all the powers in the hands of president, and the government activities like place in the name of president. All laws and major policies decision of the government are issued in her name. All the major appointments are made in the name of president, include the appointment of Chief Justice of India, Supreme Judges, and the judges of the Supreme Court and the High Court, the governors of the state, Election Commission, ambassadors of the country, all international treaties and agreement made in the name of president. And the president is supreme commander of the defense forces of India, though it is not singly taken but with the advice of the current prime minister. All it is taken, but main source is that of president. Now when we talk about all the powers, only the advice of the council minister, president can ask the council minister to reconsider his advice. So, but if some advice are given again and again, she is bound to act on according to. So, similarly, the bill is passed by the parliament, becomes a law after the president gives his assent or his signature. So, the parliament passes all the bill again, she has to sign. So, you may wonder that what does president really do? Means with his discretion power, he can appoint the prime minister when party in coalition party secures the clear majority in the election. The president has appoint the leader of the majority party or the coalition that enjoys majority support in Lok Sabha. When any party is not getting majority, so with his discretion power, he or she can appoint the muster majority support in Lok Sabha. In such case, President can ask newly appointed Prime Minister to prove majority support in Lok Sabha within specific period of time. Now here we will see the comparison between the presidential system in US and in India. So presidential system in US and in our country it is parliamentary system. So in presidential system what happens? The US president directly elected by the difference you can see he is directly elected by the people. Here is directly elected, not directly elected, but by the MPs or MLAs. So personally chooses appointment minister. He means he choose personally the ministers, cabinet of minister, and the law making is still done by the legislature. That's called Congress in US, but the president can veto any law. Most importantly, the president does not need support of the majority members in Congress and neither is he answerable to them. As in our country, that the institutions are answerable to the people. So he has fixed tenure of 4 years, completes it even if his party does not have majority in the Congress. So the model is followed in most of the countries of Latin America and may the ex-Soviet Union countries and given certainty of the president. This system of government is called presidential system of the government. In country like ours, we follow the British model. Keep in mind, we follow the British model. What happened is, as we discussed, the queen of the country, the president is called. So we follow the British model, and the parliament is supreme. Therefore, our system is called parliamentary system of the government because the election of the president is from MLAs or MPs. So this, according to the NCERTs, these are the basic points for president. And another one is the discretion power. We feel that during the emergency time, financial crisis, or the war-like situation, president can use his power or can take the better action on behalf of the country. Now these points will see through the PPT. So we can revise through this that the power of the president, he is the head of the state, nominal power he is having, and he is treated like the Queen of Britain, whose functions are to be extended as ceremonial. So ceremonial we have seen any ceremony means giving oath and means uh, ministers follow to the president and all the government activities take place on the name of president only. The laws and the major policies decision of the government are issued on her name. All the major appointments we have learned, like the commission, the election commissioner, Supreme Court judges, and ambassadors, all like these are only means he appoints all the people which are on these ranks. So when we talk about the limitation of the president, so limitation are that he exercise only the nominal power and to the advice of the council of minister. Then president can ask the council of minister to reconsider his advice. Means sometimes when there is no confidence take place in parliament, in that particularly they have to prove the current government minister, cabinet minister, or if the name advice is given, again he or she bound to according to it. When we are talking about these bill, so we have seen in the difference between the money bill and ordinary bill, and it is only the president who passes the bill and parliament becomes the law only after president gives the assent. And if the president means after him only the bill become the law. So appointment made by the president of India, we know, and the appointments what he did or he is or he has done. So this was all about the powers of the president and role of the president in democracy. And we know it that how the election take place of president. So in the next video we'll discuss the topic judiciary. Till then, thank you. Have a nice day.